with Juga-Naut. I'm Juga-Naut, aka Jugsy Malone. We're cooking a quick dish today, take about 15 minutes, just to help these people that can't cook. It's very easy to cook. I'm sick of people posting pictures of the dinner they just made that looks like the dad's dog just made it, posting pictures of the cup of tea just spilled on the floor. You need to post good food and eat good food. Eat good food, cook with love. It's Juga-Naut. Right, so step one, you gotta make the marinade for the beef. So I'm making a sticky, sweet, ginger, garlic beef. You can use chicken, you can use pork, but pork's haram for all my Muslim brothers. So use about 2 cloves of garlic for the marinade. When you're making the marinade, you just gotta chop it finely so it really gets into the beef, gets the meat tasting right. So put it in the bowl. Then you gotta get the ginger. Ginger and garlic are imperative with the food I make. Today I'm cooking sort of like a Chinese, Japanese influenced food. I'm not saying I'm making their authentic type of food, but I love that type of food and I cook it all the time, so that's what I'm making for you today. You get that in there, and then you got, for the sauce, it's a sticky sort of sweet sauce. You get 2 spoons of brown sugar in there. This is what you've always got to get, is the soy sauce. Light soy sauce is for the taste. This is for the salty taste you got in there, the soy sauce, for those that don't know. So you need to get about just over 1 teaspoon of the soy sauce. And the dark soy is for the colour. It's got some taste in there, but it's more for the colour of the thickness of the sauce as well. So you get about 1.5 of that. Now, it's not always authentic. The authentic way to do things if you're using ginger and garlic straight up, but because of how I like the flavours, I always put garlic and ginger powder as well. So you put about 1 teaspoon of each, the garlic and ginger powder. So you get the powder in there. This is what you always got to put on chicken, fried chicken as well. If you're making chicken mixture, you put this garlic and ginger powder in there and it's flavoursome. For those that know, that's the East End brand. That is the best brand you can get. If you're from the ends, then you know about East End brand. Other thing, for the sticky sauce, you get a big tablespoon of honey in there, and that's going to caramelize when it hits that heat in the pan. So start getting that mixed up in there. Get it really good and mixed, so the sugar just starts to melt, it all mixes together, so you can get all the flavours reacting in the bowl. Get all that mixed in. The other little thing I put in is bouillon. Instead of using MSG like they do in the Chinese restaurants that don't really want you to have good food, they put MSG in it. You put a bit of this in. It's a nice little flavour enhancer. I use that instead of MSG. Don't use that stuff. It's bad for you. So now it comes to cutting the beef. You cut the beef really thin. Nice little bite size, thin slithers, so you can get it in there. You've got to marinate the beef for over 2 hours would be good. It will taste like sex on the plate. But if you haven't got time, you can do it quick, but 2 hours is the good thing. So when all the juices, all of it soaked in, when you put it in the pan, it's just gonna explode with flavour. That there is gonna taste good. Right, now for cooking, the next step, you gotta make sure the wok's really hot when you put the oil in. Just put about 2 tablespoons of oil in and test it with a chopstick. If you put the chopstick in and it starts to bubble, even a wooden spoon, then the oil's hot enough. Yeah, look, see when it's bubbling. Right, so the next step, extra garlic and ginger, about another 2 cloves and another nice piece of ginger. Watch when you put it in the pan. Starts to fry, that's when the flavour is exploding in the pan. Get that flavour around the pan, all through the oil. Just when it's starting to brown, this is when you add the meat in. You're going to listen to the sound of this when it hits the pan. Just listen. That's the sound you need. So, it doesn't take long to cook. About 5 to 8 minutes, depending on how you like your beef. It's got its own sauce that it's making there now. So, as that's cooking, let it heat up. What you got to add in next is the vegetables. So I've got some green bell pepper and just some spring onions. Always have spring onions, it gives it the flavour, the crunch. You don't need to cook these for very long, you need to cook these for about 1 to 2 minutes, just so they're still crispy. Still crispy in there, makes it taste good. You see the colours there, the colours, the browns, the meat, the peppers, it's all good. It's gonna be so sweet, the ginger and the garlic, everything's fresh, there's nothing artificial in there. It's all fresh, good food, it's so easy to make. Yeah, that's right. We're going to cook the beef with udon noodles. We're going to do some chili udon noodles. It might look daunting, but these are hard to find. Your local Chinese supermarkets, cheap, £1.50 a pack. You can even get it in Sainsbury's and stuff. And we're going to cook it up with the chili oil. This is not Uncle Ben, but Uncle Yen, repping it for the Chinese chili oil. You can see him on there looking hard. From local Chinese supermarket, if you're afraid, just ask and you can find out where you can get it. So we're just going to fry up the noodles now. Put some more oil, garlic in the pan. Wait till that gets hot. Throw the noodles in the pan like this. Throw some more flavour in there, the bouillon. Throw some of this in. The important thing is the chili oil, because these are fried chili oil noodles. Just put a nice little half tablespoon in. Get that mixed around. So it gets all the colour. And just put a little more dark soy, just so it colours them a bit more and gives it a bit more flavour. Like that. And then the last thing, just some fresh spring onion, chop it a little finer, just so it collects around the noodles, makes it look nice. It's nice with the green in there. It's not just the flavour, it's also about colour, how appetising it looks. And now you got to Instagram it for all your friends, because everyone Instagrams everything. Because it looks good, it looks so good. Instagram, not everyone can be jealous. So that was it. Cooking with Juga-Naut, simple, good food, cooked with love. Don't be afraid of experimenting, trying different types of food. I just want you all to enjoy what you eat and show the world what you're doing. That's it, Juga-Naut signing out. Dip the filth, Tokyo drift, smoother than silk. Who's on the bill? Savs and jogs with the license to ill.